morning, sir.
Good morning.
If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, like and share. Share with others. An Israeli citizen has warned Nigeria. He goes by the name like Mossad on Twitter. He has warned Nigeria, don't interfere with our relation with Palestine. Israel owns the land, or else we will deal with you like the way we deal with Hamas and Lebanon. Now, does this call for concern? The guy also said, in your country, you are marginalizing a group of people. It not mention name, and you need to give them freedom. And you're not asking us to give people that are strangers in our land, Palestinian, freedom. What do you have to say about the threat coming from that citizen? Do you think that Nigeria should be worried by what our VP said, that Israel should give Palestinians freedom and independence?
Yes, let me very clearly here, because it's one of the sensitive issues. Anything that is bordering Middle East borders the world.
Yes.
Middle East holds the peace of the world. And when you look at the president, the prime minister of Israel yesterday,
yes,
the United Nations assembly, you know that you met a world leader. You know that somebody that has something upstairs is talking. Not these terrorists they call themselves in Nigeria that has been hiding the truth about Nigeria itself. Obasanjo, IBB, all of them have been hiding truth about Nigeria, and they have transferred it to these people. Shetima them, Buhari, Osibanjo, Tinubu, they have transferred it to them. When you see something that is very clear, then you want everybody to fall into harm because you want to impose your religion on people. What do you stand to gain if you continue to impose religion on people? What is your gain? Does that bring sophistication? That does bring transformation? That does bring hope? What does it actually bring to humanity? The real thing is, in Africa,
yes,
in West Africa, yes, the Igbos are the Jews of Africa. And they represent the lineage of Abraham. They represent the synergy, the relationship, the divinity of Israel in Africa. If you come to the real sense of it, the Igbos are the Jews of black race, significantly known and understood even by their enemies. You can't take that away from them. The same way you cannot take Israel away from their land, you cannot take that away from Igbo. If Shetima like, let it fly. Unfortunately, they have seen it. You are talking about the people who, just like what you have in the north, we have the Hausas as indigenous people in the north.
yes,
We have Fulanis as invaders. Then, in Israel today, Palestinians were planted by the United Kingdom, by the English Empire, as a result of invasions of Israel. And when they came back and demanded that a land be given to them, maybe they live, they have not given Israel peace. All the agenda was to wipe Israel away from the surface of the earth. Israel suffered many catastrophes during the era of Adolf Hitler. Over 6 million Jews were murdered. And said, no, enough is enough. Today, enough is enough. The signals that are getting, the enemies of Israel are getting, will teach them a lesson in generations to come. In Nigeria, yes, where we saw Shetima going to United Nations to sit down and start ranting. That is ranting. Because for your mind, you think that one day will not come, Biafra will rise. You think it will not happen. If Israel will rise as a nation, one day Biafra will rise as a nation. It's as simple as that. If Israel can rise and become a physical nation, one day Biafra will rise as a nation. Continue. Every now and then, the southeast are being invaded by the Fulanis. People are being killed. They cannot go to farm for just no reason. In the southwest too, the same thing. In the middle belt, it's no go area. And people are saying we cannot be part of this system, and you're saying no. You sat on it, and you are telling another person to commit the same crime you don't want to commit. It will be resisted, and the resistance have started. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has initiated the resistance, and of course, the pinnacle of freedom in Africa has made it very clear. Tinubu should understand that, at no point will he stand the wrath of Israel. No African nation can stand the wrath of Israel anytime, any day. The only nation. Yes, because I'm telling you, yes, we are going. When Israel are talking about partnership, they are talking about Biafra. When they were saying it at the United Nations, that Israeli partners, when Israel is talking about partners, they are talking about, having a partner in West Africa, having a partner in Africa, and not Nigeria. Nigeria is not a nation to trust. And Israel cannot trust a nation like Nigeria. And that is why they don't have their embassy anywhere.
I'm very, very sorry to cut you short now. I want to ask you this very salient question. Israeli have been pounding Hamas. Israeli have been pounding even the leaders of Hezbollah. But now this is the question. Why can't Nigerians ask the Israeli army or the Israeli military people to give them at least a military kind of information on how to end the scourge of Boko Haram and Fulani S-men?
Bro, let me tell you, because they are championing it. You saw what happened last month, that we have over 1,800 Boko Haram entering the country as of last month. Entering from another, from footage alone, and where they are picking them. Entering. You understand that? Yes. Where are they going? They are going there. They are living in the bush. They are being funded. You remember that some time ago that Abu Salami, they said Abu Salami helicopter was spotted in the forest trying to, drop eggs, food to the Boko Haram in the forest. These are the what we are talking about. It's conquest. And there's resistance, they know. There is resistance. If they like, let them not give Mazen Nnamdi Kanu food in custody. Let them not allow the lawyer and everybody to have access to him in the custody. Let them kill Nnamdi Kanu in the custody. Let them, they should, what are they wasting time? Are they afraid? Let them do it. Since they don't know what is called freedom, they don't understand what is called free world. Then Israel will teach those who are against freedom the lesson, and they are doing it. People were celebrating, and you all of a sudden you invaded them and killed them. For what? Bros, the game has started, and it's going to shift to Africa, and the Biafra will rise and stand with the free world. That's my take on that.
So, in 1 minute now, I saw a documentary on the genealogy of Jesus Christ and everything, and it was done by an American man, who said that this is said by him, not me. He said that the Eagles are black Jews and they have the genealogy of Abraham. In like 1 or 2 minutes, tell our viewers or our viewers want to know how true it is. And again, can I just explain in better terms what that man said?
No, let me just tell you. The truth of the matter is, everybody started from the land of Or. That Or is located in, when you talk about Middle East, let me just use that word, Middle East. Tigris. If you know where Tigris is, you know what I'm talking about. So, if you're talking about the Igbos are from the axis of the Ethiopian empire or kingdom. Africa is made up of about 4 kingdoms. Where Igbos, the black Igbos themselves came from, was that of the Ethiopian, tribe. And the fact is that before Germany, France, Latin, Greek came into existence, Africa has ruled the world for 15,000 years.
Yes.
So, and most people that controlled the world as at that time were the blacks. And who are the blacks? Though there was no proper record that the black man was able to keep, about him and himself. But the fact still remains that, the truth of the matter is that history has a way of defining who you are. So when the Portuguese came, as at 13th, 12th, 11th century, they discovered that the Igbo people of Africa have already known what is called circumcision. It is difficult for you, as at that time, to understand the culture of circumcision. If you don't know about the circumcision, you are not connected to Abraham. So those race that knows about circumcision, and when the white men came and supposedly found a particular people in the desert area, and they are carrying out circumcision, they are doing things, that have a biblical understanding, that have ancient, understanding. Then it tells you, it's not every tribe that is black that does circumcision. But when it becomes common in a particular place, because the culture and tradition of that place, that was when the revelation come that these people behave and act like the Jews. That is where it started. Then subsequently, they begin to find out that they share the same culture of the present day Jews. You know that there are Jews, there are Hebrews. Igbos are black Hebrews. They are telling you that the tribe of
the head of the woman. So even currently, if you listen to some of my messages, I said it that any woman that is living under the roof of any man that they did not pay her bad price is committing sin.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
The person is not married. Both spiritual and physically, you are not yet married. No matter how many years is the marriage, no matter how many children you have with the man.
Yes.
And that is why in Igbo land, when you come to Eastern region, do not pray that that lady should die in your hand if you have not paid her bad price. Because you will marry her in death and still come back and do the burial. Double wahala for the dead body.
So now that means what that man is saying is wrong. That
It's
Abraham
wrong.
did not have two wives.
Abraham did not have two wives. Abraham had only one, Sarah. Are you getting it? Are you getting Agar, she was a slave, a housemaid. Are you getting it? And who gave the instruction? It was the betrothed wife that gave that instruction to Abraham. He said, I give you my maid. He said, maid.
Yes.
That was why, after giving birth to Ishmael, she began to rub shoulder with her madam.
Yes.
God Almighty said to Abraham, listen to your wife, Sarah. I'm telling you Bible now.
Yes.
God Almighty told Abraham one-on-one. He said, listen to your wife, Sarah.
Yes.
Send that Agar away. And she was sent away. That is to tell you, any marriage that does not go with the dowry is not approved by God. The creator, the maker of heaven and the earth. But any marriage that you pay dowry, I want to put it to you, sir. Even in the court of law or in the church, pastor can never bless any marriage without first and foremost asking the two parties, have you visited the family? Did you ever ask why